Good morning, friends. Welcome to Military Marriage Week. My name is Sharon Kozak, and I am so grateful you're spending a few minutes with me today. Whether you are sitting in your car on your lunch break or you are drinking your first cup of coffee of the day, welcome. This week, we are going to have some real conversations about military marriages. Not because any of us have the perfect marriage, but because every marriage can grow. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever waited all day to tell your spouse something important, and the moment they walked through the door, the kids needed something, the dog started barking, work called them, dinner started burning, and somehow that conversation never actually happened? If you're smiling right now, congratulations. You're probably a military family. Military life has a way of interrupting even our best intentions. Between long work hours, deployments, trainings, PCS moves, and everything else life throws at us, meaningful conversations can get easily pushed to the wayside. But here's what I've learned. Strong marriages aren't built on one big conversation. It's built on 100 small ones. So today we are going to talk about communication. One of our biggest misconceptions about communication is that it is simply talking. It's not. Communication is also listening. It's the tone of our voice, it's our body language. It's choosing to put the phone down and give someone our full attention. It sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to simply make our spouse feel heard. I'll be honest with you. There have been times my husband has been talking to me while I was nodding my head. I was really planning dinner for tomorrow, thinking about the grocery list, sometimes singing a song in the back of my head. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's done it, especially if it's Bluey. We've all been there. But if I'm thinking about my response before my spouse has even finished their sentence, I'm not really listening. I'm just waiting for my turn to speak. Healthy communication starts with listening to understand, not listening to respond. And honestly, sometimes that can be hard. You might get your brain into lawyer mode and you are ready for your rebuttal. Another thing I've learned is that our words matter. When we're frustrated, it's easy to say things like, "You never help. You always do this. Your phone takes up all of your time." Those words actually make the other person defensive. Instead, use I words. Try sharing how you're feeling. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I feel unheard and I'd really love a few minutes to talk." Is it easier to say "you never listen" instead of "I feel unheard"? Absolutely. But one of them takes ownership of our feelings, and the other one makes the person defensive. Another thing that I want to encourage you to remember is that your spouse isn't a mind reader. Sometimes we expect them to know exactly what we're thinking or feeling. The truth is, healthy marriages are built when we communicate our needs with kindness instead of expecting our spouse to guess them. Military life can be stressful. There are seasons where one of you is carrying the load more than the other. And I'm not just talking about the laundry. There are missed holidays, canceled plans, long days, unexpected phone calls. All of those things are real, but they don't have to push you apart. They can actually bring you closer together if you choose to communicate honestly and give each other grace. One of my favorite reminders is this: it's not you versus your spouse, it's both of you versus the challenge you're facing. That mindset honestly changes everything. Instead of trying to win the argument, you begin looking for ways to solve the problem together. So here's my challenge for you today. Before today ends, sit and set aside 15 minutes, uninterrupted if humanly possible. This might be when the kids go to bed. This might be when the video games are put up. This might be after dinner. Could be anytime. I want you to put the phones away, turn off the television, and ask your spouse one simple question. How are you really? And then just listen. Don't interrupt. Don't try to solve the problem. Just listen. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give the person we love is making them feel heard. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with this thought. Military life will always compete for your attention. There will always be another responsibility, another appointment, another phone call, or another task to finish. But the conversation you invest in today becomes the trust you lean on tomorrow. Your marriage doesn't need perfect communication. Nobody can do that. but it needs two people who are willing to keep showing up for each other, even on the hard days. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope you'll take today's challenge, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow as we talk about making connection a priority. Have a wonderful day and happy Military Marriage Day week.